Japanese flavors are bold, bright, and exotic. Today, I'm going to take these pronounced flavors and heighten salmon and toss it in a healthy Japanese noodle. You don't want to miss this one. Hey guys! So first to get started on our sesame salmon with our sweet soba noodles. So basically it's like a sweet spicy soba noodles. And first to get started, we're preparing the sauce. So I'm peeling my ginger, and I think I've shown you this a few times before. Best way to peel your ginger, use a spoon. So I'm just getting in between those little nooks and crannies, so that way we can fully peel our ginger and not waste it. So I'm going to chop about a 1/4 cup of ginger. So just a rough chop. We're going to throw all of these ingredients into a mini blender or your mini food processor, and that's going to make this really easy sauce that makes this dish. So we just want to roughly chop the ginger because the processor will do the rest of the work. Now we need 1 garlic clove. So the ginger, we have garlic, we have a serrano chili, we have some cilantro, and then soy sauce and mirin. So mirin is a sweetened Japanese sake, and I really love the combination of mirin and soy together. You have that sweet and salty, we have great flavor from the garlic, we have great fresh flavor from the ginger, and then that heat from the serrano. So a way to control the heat in this sauce is add the serrano chili without the seeds. Puree it and then reserve those seeds, add a few of them back in and just stir it until you achieve the right heat that you want. And that way it's not too spicy. That's just a good way, a good little tip to always use anytime you're using hot peppers. Those seeds contain a lot of heat. They're really what you can sort of help control that heat by removing them and then adding them back in as you like. All right, we are prepped, ready to go. Now I just need my serrano. Obviously remove the stem, then cut it lengthwise, and then that way you can remove some of those seeds. I'm gonna take half of them out, and then that way, if I feel like I need a little heat, I'll add half back in. But I love it spicy. Okay. We're good to go. Into the blender, and now we're just going to puree it. So our sauce is good to go. So we're just going to set it aside and prepare our salmon and bring our water to a boil. So we got to prepare our soba noodles. So I'm going to clean up my space and get ready. So you just want to heat your non-stick skillet for about 1 minute while we season our salmon. So here I have king salmon. I love king salmon. It's a little pricey, but it's really, really amazing. So it's a wild salmon and it has a good amount of fat in there. And I prefer it over the farm raised, really, but it's totally your choice. You can use any salmon you like. I do prefer one that has a little bit more fat in it. Fat equals flavor. So here we have some ginger, ground ginger, and some granulated garlic. So again, this is just gonna give great flavor. So we have these flavors echoing in our sauce as well. So I'm just going to season both sides, and then we're going to dip the top of the salmon in some sesame seeds, and then when we sear it, they'll toast. Our pan is good to go. You want your pan to be really hot because once we add the salmon, we want to hear that sizzle. And I think my water is good to go. I'm going to add the soba while we're making the salmon. So soba is a Japanese buckwheat noodle. So it's a healthy noodle and it's really delicious, but it cooks quick. So think of it as like a capellini in terms of its cooking time. It will cook in 2-3 minutes. If you overcook it, it becomes really mushy and unpleasant, so don't overcook it. So I just pulled out the soba noodles. It's been about 2 minutes, so it's gonna still continue to cook. So you just wanna drain them. We're gonna take half of the sauce and pour it into the noodles and let it absorb into those delicious, healthy noodles. So my salmon's good. 2 minutes on one side. I've now flipped it. We need about 1.5 minutes. That is it. That is all you need for these. They're about 4 to 6 ounce portions of salmon. You want to cook it medium doneness. That way it is so succulent and nice and tender, and it's not dry. Nothing worse, right? All right, so I'm just going to take half of this. Perfect. Toss our noodles. And our salmon is just about done. Well, now we're ready to plate. This looks beautiful. My son loves fish, so he's going to be really happy. You just want to add your salmon right on top of the noodles, just like so. And then some extra cilantro. So I love cilantro. In fact, I have to say it like that because to me it's such an exotic, beautiful flavor. So a little extra on top. And certainly if you have chopsticks in the house, this is where you want to use them. And now the remainder of the sauce. So you want to divide this among all of your portions. So a little extra sauce on top. So just drizzle it right on the salmon, right over your noodles, and that is it. So now we got to give it a taste. Got my chopsticks. Looks so beautiful. Salmon is cooked perfect. So delicious. You have all those beautiful fresh flavors from the garlic and the ginger. And now these great, healthy, delicious noodles. It's sweet, it's salty, you get that kick from the pepper. It is beautiful. You gotta try this dish. Head over to the newspaper's website, look up this recipe, and I wanna hear if you've made it. Go to the comment box, let me know how you liked it. I'm Shereen with Cook This. Until next time.